channel. How are you all doing? Only a couple of days left to Christmas. Crazy, it's gone so fast. I swear, when you're a child, December used to go so slowly. Yeah, now I can't keep up with how quickly time flies. I hope you are all well though. It's not a bad day out there today. I thought we were meant to be having a storm today and it was meant to be crazy windy, but currently it's breezy, but it's not bad out there. It is cold though, it's bitter. And actually first thing I was like, this feels like sub-zero. It was really cold, but it's not too bad now. I really need to go for a long ride of mine too. Someone's definitely a bit hyper today. That cold wind is getting right up her tail. She is highly entertaining though. I don't know what you've seen. Poor Corporal. You meanie. Great time. She had a lovely ride. We're going to try and burn some energy. Hey, Sienna? I have just put some gammon on. I'm in the process of baking some bread. So yeah, having a fun Sunday morning. I'm afraid it's going to be a really chatty vlog. I had actually finished filming it, went to start editing it last night, and then realised in the first segment that I think I must have had like a bit of lunch stuck to my face or something, and I was like watching back going, I can't put this on the internet. It was only something tiny, but you know when you can't ignore it, and I'm like, I can't have that, so take two. So it's going to be a bit of a higgledy-piggledy vlog now because I've filmed that bit last Wednesday, then I filmed the next bits on Thursday and Friday, and hopefully when I edit it it'll all make sense. Lots to update you guys on. Obviously winter has officially started now. We had the shortest day of the year yesterday. Oh, it's so good to get over that hurdle. You just know you're going back in that right direction and everything feels so much better for it, so that's made me very happy. Horses are in as well. Came in after last Sunday. Sienna trashed the field, all at the top as well, where the grass is so thin. I don't know what she was doing out there, but she's obviously thought she should do some ploughing because she made a right old mess. And amazingly, we managed to roll it, which was like 15th of December and we were rolling the field. So it's been rolled and it's going to have a rest now. It needs a rest. That field is so overgrazed, it needs a few months off to try and recover. So they've done well this year, the horses. They've had an extra month out, so I'm pretty happy with that. So the turnout pen is back in use. Coop's out there most of the time. Sienna goes out there like for an hour at the end of the day. She's still not a fan of being out there. She digs a lot and prats around and she just doesn't want to be out there. So I normally just want her to have a roll, stretch her legs, have a look at the view, and then if that's enough, then she can go back in her stable because that is her happy place. She loves her stable. So yeah, so that's been going on. Sienna is okay. I think the front foot issue was a shoeing issue. Maybe it was a tight clench because once the farrier had taken that shoe off, put it back on, within a day or so, she seemed fine in front. However, and only Sienna would do this. I think when she was a prat, I think at the end of the last vlog, I said she'd been a real prat at the bottom of the field. And she really jarred herself. I remember like when I was watching it, I was like, oh, that's not good. I mean, she nearly fell over. She twisted her back really badly. She looked really jarred up and just uncomfortable. And I thought, So I think she's also done something separately. And I feel like this might take some time. She's fine to take out hacking. And I'm still letting her have a bit of a loose lunge because she's going to have to keep moving now that she's in all the time. But anyway, just hopefully time will sort that one out. This is another reason to get her off the field because she's just doing so much damage to herself. I see that mare. So yeah, she's better. Still a smidge of something going on, but we're hoping that's just where she's jarred her body up a bit, and with time that will sort itself out, and stretching and yeah, all the standard stuff that we have to do with Sienna. It's also been quite of a stressful week. Very stressful. Felt absolutely heartbroken. But then we had like a bit of a miracle. So on Wednesday, I just finished doing yard. It was about 7:30, about to go to work. Hadn't seen Angus, my cat. By the way, you may already know about this if you've seen my Instagram post. And he then happened to run across my yard and the sensor light went on and I could see that he had blood around like the bottom of his jaw. And I was like, ooh, what's been going on here? And instantly I thought, well, if you've been in a fight, which is unlike him, he's not really a fighting cat. And I thought, oh, maybe like a rat's bitten him on the bottom of the lip. I've had that before with a cat. Anyway, kind of went to get him, but he just kept running. Followed him around, he went across the turnout pen, out into the field. Of course, it's dark. Followed him across the field, and then he went into the hedge on the other side. And there's just nothing I could do. I can't get in the hedge to get him out. I couldn't see if he'd gone anyway. And I just thought I had to go to work. I was doing some horses because people were away, and I was like, I've got to go and do this. I thought, I'll be literally away for like 3 hours, and then I'll come back, I'll find him. I'd already like mentally thought I'm gonna have to take him to the vets. Called my parents, asked them to come and look for him while I was out at work. They couldn't find him, but while I was at work, someone phoned me to say that a cat had been hit at the top by my stables, and that it'd been a tabby cat. And there's only 2 cats around my area. One's my neighbour's cat, which is black, and then there's Angus. So I suddenly thought, oh, I think Angus has been hit, that's why he had the blood on him. So, you know, now panicking. Came back after work thinking he'll be on the doorstep, or we'll be in the hay barn like he always is, but not there. Checked the field, couldn't find him, was shaking food, whatever. Went back to work. My parents came back out and looked for him again. And by Wednesday evening, he's just nowhere to be seen. Honestly, I was like clambering in every hedge trying to find him. And this is just not like Angus, not like him the slightest. It was really wet Wednesday night, and I just had these visions of him, you know, dying in a field somewhere, getting absolutely soaked. Because I suddenly thought maybe he has internal bleeding, or, you know, even though when I saw him run past me, he looked fairly sound. Obviously, I knew he did have injuries. And honestly, just heartbroken. I was thinking, I can't do this anymore with animals. Like, I can't cope with the pain of it. It's too much. Anyway, kind of still had this glimmer of hope that I'd wake up Thursday morning and he'd be on the doorstep like he normally is, but he wasn't there. And again, had to go back off to work. Honestly, I checked around my fields and the neighbouring fields, and we spoke to the neighbours. Like, no one had seen him, nothing. And I kept thinking, where the hell has he gone? I'm out looking for Angus. At what I've come across. I think it's a baby muntjac. I could be wrong. I didn't think they had their babies at this time of year. But, oh my gosh, right, I'm gonna go away because I don't want to disturb it, but it's ridiculously cute. I kept walking around the field anyway, because I thought even if I have to find his body, like, at least I'll know, because I think the not knowing was the worst bit of all. Like, I was thinking, well, is there a chance he's shut in somewhere, or, you know, you just don't know, do you? And then Thursday night, a bit of a miracle happened. He's back. Thursday night, the dog was out, running around barking like she does, and then she was banging on the door to be let back in. And when I came round, Angus was on the doorstep too with her. I don't know if he found him or whether it was just coincidence, but yeah, couldn't believe it. I really thought he'd gone. So yeah, he's got a bit of a kind of grey, like, I think it's actually a tarmac burn on his lower lip. And his claws are all very short, I don't know if you can see, but they're all very short and stumpy and frayed, where he probably, you know, had a bit of a roll on the tarmac. But he's really lucky. He was very spooked when he came in and looked just really shell-shocked. But he's already coming back out of his shell and doing mainly this, sleeping, resting, eating lots. Well, isn't that a beautiful sunrise this morning? It's Friday. It's the 20th. I can't believe it's the 20th. I am back, guys. I'm at work now. Oh, it's cold. It's really cold. Beautiful sunrise this morning, though, wasn't it? I feel like I've had such a weight lift off my shoulders now that we found Angus. It just, suddenly everything feels so much better, and it's just like, it's all good. Even this morning when I was super late for work and my key fob wasn't working and I dropped the presents that I was carrying, I was like, it's all good because Angus is back. And he seems well this morning. Like, he's doing a lot of sleeping and eating. You know, he's missed 36 hours of food, so he's got to do a lot of eating to catch up. But yeah, lots of rest for him. I'm so pleased he's back. So happy, honestly. I was so heartbroken. So yeah, that's my Christmas sorted, having Angus back in it. I've actually just come on to finish the vlog. I knew there was something else I was going to say to you guys, but it's already vanished from my brain. I've got a Friday brain. It's just not working. Actually, brain, that does trigger something. So over on my Historical Horses channel, we had a video, which 2 weeks ago, it's on the side saddle riding, that has done really well. Like, I don't know why, obviously. However, I wrote the title, triggered something on YouTube to throw it around a bit more. And so I think it's already at like 3,500 views, which is insane, being that it's not even 2 weeks old, the video. But it means a lot more comments, and I'm not used to loads of comments. Like, on this channel, I kind of feel like I know everybody that comments, and we have such a lovely little community on here, and it's really nice. But on Historical Horses, I don't have that. And my history channel is meant to be very chilled and very relaxed, and yes, I always try to be correct with my facts and hope that wherever I'm sourcing it from, they're correct. But, you know, from time to time I make mistakes. I'm not very academic. I'm not, you know, I'm missing a brain cell or two. I was never good at school. But I think when it comes to history, there are lots of people who are super knowledgeable on it and do love to comment on those kind of videos. And I'm just not used to seeing so many comments. And loads of them are really nice and really positive, and lots of people saying other facts which are really interesting and lovely to share. But you do get the odd comment where you feel like someone's just taking a dig at you because you perhaps, for instance, someone mentioned about the fact on the title I had used incorrect English and I put hung rather than hanged, which is standard me. Like I said, I was never very good at English. Not my forte. I'm trying to think what was my forte at school. Not a lot, but things like that, I just think, I wouldn't bother commenting on someone telling them they were wrong on that. I think I'd just leave it. You know what they mean. It's not so wrong that it's like it needs correcting as such. I don't know, maybe I'm just being a bit fussy there. I mean, it doesn't bother me massively, but I'm just nearly slightly overwhelmed by the amount of comments and sort of so many different takes and, you know, just lots of people's opinions. And yeah, it's very different to this channel. But I think I like this channel more. I might stay here. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a lovely Christmas. Again, I'm not quite sure when this vlog's going to go out, whether I'll do a Christmas Day vlog. I don't know yet. But yes, have a lovely Christmas.